For my 40th birthday, David Bowie gave me 40 boxes of tea bags.
These tea?
Well, it's clearly a lie, because you're definitely not 40. You look about 56. You don't look 40.
No.
So what did David Bowie give you?
40 boxes of tea bags.
Were you good friends with David Bowie?
Not a good friend, but we talked a lot.
Would he just ring you up out of the blue and go, are you drinking the tea? That's all you ever do.
Did he wrap the tea up like it was a birthday present? You just got the boxes?
Was there a note?
Was it?
A card or a note? What did the card say?
I think you'd like these, Uncle D.
Sounds a bit sinister.
Did you ever meet him, Joe?
Yeah.
In which circumstances?
Sleeping with him.
Blimey.
Moving on.
I think you'll like this, Uncle D.
What were the flavours, if you don't mind me asking?
So, English breakfast, straight up.
Classic.
Earl Grey.
Yeah.
Green.
What?
Green's
green.
lovely.
No, it was Earl Grey that made me go, yeah.
Oh,
Don't
really?
like Earl Grey, no. Some people like it, but I don't. You know, it's not the normal kind, is it?
What are you thinking, Joe? Could it be true?
I think it is true.
Josie, what do you think?
I think because you know so much detail about David, I think you are definitely telling the truth.
Whoa. I don't think there was that much detail about him, other than David knows that she likes tea, which she could be making up. In fact, is if she's lying.
Oh, God. Oh, now I'm thinking.
It's good that you've started.
What's your team going to say, Lee?
If you two think it's true, we'll go with true.
Do you think it's true, Josie?
I do, yeah.
Well, then we'll say true.
OK, they're saying it's true. Beverley, was it true or was it a lie?
I can confirm it was a lie!
Oh, my God,
I recently wrote a rap about the benefits of sensible pension planning.
Oh, you've got David's interest.
Could you do a bit of that rap, or...?
I don't really remember it.
You've forgotten it?
Yeah, it was a while back.
You said recently?
Oh, yeah. Listen, I'm new here.
How did it come about?
I do a lot of adverts for people, and they want me to rap for them. I'm a musician as well as a TV chef, and I normally rap about stuff for money.
Very honest about it.
So you were commissioned by, essentially, an advertising agency?
Yeah, the pensions from the government.
Do you remember any of the lines from the rap?
I know a part of it went, pension, pension.
I'm going to say something. As an actor, often when you finish a show, the whole thing goes. As soon as you have done your last show, you cannot remember a
Only he didn't, because he just sang 2 lines.
Yeah, that's
No, what he did, Gabby, was he went, pension, pension.
What he should have done is put a little bit of the rap away each month, and then, you know...
Can you remember the specifics of what the rap was trying to get across?
It was about just taking away the stigma of pensions.
Stigma?
I don't think people aren't ashamed of their pensions. I mean, my parents, I think they're quite pleased. They've got pensions. They're happy to take their pension money and use it to live with.
And have you remembered any more of it in the intervening minutes?
I'm under a lot of pressure right now.
Yes.
So I can't... There's a lot of tension about the pensions.
That'll do.
There we go. He's writing my lyrics now.
So what do you reckon?
I'm not aware of a recent government campaign to raise awareness and get rid of the stigma of pensions among young people.
I don't think you not being aware of this campaign should direct us in one way or another.
You think
because
it might...
I don't think your algorithm
is what they would aim Big Zoo's adverts.
You get those walk-in bath adverts, don't you? Come on then, David Mitchell.
So you think it might be true?
I'm weighing towards truth.
Yeah, I think it's true.
We're going to go true then.
OK, you're going to go with your team. Zoo, they think it's true. Was it true or was it a lie?
It is true.
Bono once fixed the flush on my downstairs loo.
Please, team.
Is that a euphemism?
Might be worth saying, Kimberley, for some of the younger viewers, Bono, of course, is the lead singer of Spandau Ballet. Sorry, you too.
I thought you were going to explain what a loo was.
And so what happened?
So we were on tour in Ireland.
And when are we talking about, Kimberley? What year would
So
this
this would have been like mid-2005-ish, I reckon.
OK.
And we were staying in these kind of like apartments, so it was the toilet downstairs in the apartment.
OK.
So basically, I went out to like the concierge type bit in the apartment block.
Bono wasn't working as the concierge, was he?
And Bono actually happened to be in the reception area at the same time. So I start shouting off that the loo's blocked. So then we start chatting, and then he's like, "Oh, sure, I'll fix the loo."
Was he wearing sunglasses?
Yeah, he always wears sunglasses.
That is him.
Is that it?
Always wears sunglasses.
So how exactly did Bono unblock that toilet?
So he lifts up, what's it called? The
Cistern.
Fiddles around with that floaty thing, the ball cock, and he's like, Bob's your uncle. Life lesson learned from Bono. Brilliant.
Were all girls allowed in the same apartment?
No, we had two between us.
Who were you with?
I was with Cheryl.
So you and Cheryl, what, in a twin room?
No,
or do you have
we
your own
had
bedroom?
our own rooms. I got carried away.
If I was getting carried away, I would have said twin beds, I'd said a double bed, wouldn't I? And trust me, I wouldn't have had in the background the idea that your toilet was blocked.
What are you thinking, Sam?
Oh, can I ask, being in like a famous pop group, is that just a roller coaster?
Yes, it is. It really
That's quite a very general question, Sam.
I think it's true. I think that it's not you in your highest moment, so I think to present this is really brave.
The bit I don't like is the concierge going, yes, I'll just sort that out for you. Wait a minute, I'll sort this out. Oh, it's right, Bono from U2 is going to do it, that's all right.
So what do you think? Is it the truth?
I think it's a lie.
All right, we'll go with lie.
OK, you're going to say it's a lie. Kimberley, was it a lie or was it actually the truth?
It was, of course, a lie.
On an American tour, I was repeatedly stopped by customs officials because I'd been pranked by Rod Stewart.
David's team.
Right. That's
Rod Stewart is a popular singer.
Thank you. So you're on tour in America?
Yes.
The United States of?
And South America.
South America where?
Brazil.
Just Brazil?
Yeah, forget the Rod Stewart bit, this is the real interesting bit.
OK, so we were doing a show, and Rod Stewart was there.
Which of the countries of the Americas did Rod Stewart attend your show in?
Well, this was in Ireland.
Had he come just to see McFly?
No, he was doing the same show. It was a toy show.
A toy show?
Yeah, at Christmas time. Big celebration, loads of toys.
Yes.
And McFly and Rod Stewart.
Was it a dream you had?
So Rod was there, and he's like, "Hey, Danny!" And I'm like, "Hey, Rod!"
Sure you haven't been watching Rocky?
So he said, "Do you want a lift?"
Does he mean drugs?
He went back home. He's like, "Well, I'll give you a lift on my jet."
Wasn't he sailing?
Very good, that. He said, "Oh, I need your passports." So we get on the plane, give our passports to him, and then fly to London.
Right.
So then we get a call from our tour manager. I think he was applying for a visa. So then he was like, "Guys, bad news. and he'd drawn willies on our heads.
Rod Stewart?
Yeah.
So Rod Stewart?
Oh, on your passport?
Yeah, no.
I just assumed that you just fell asleep on the plane.
So did this mean they wouldn't recognise you at customs unless you drew a willy on your own?
It wasn't fun travelling around. Every customs were like, "You think that's funny?" Like, no, but you won't. The story is Rod Stewart drew it.
Well, it's going to delay you a lot if you tell this story. When you told people at customs that Rod Stewart had drawn these appendages on your head, did they believe you?
Well, no, so we stopped saying that.
Why would Rod Stewart be performing at a toy show in Ireland? That doesn't add up.
Oh, but it's all right for McFly to do that, isn't it?
Right, time to go for a guess, David. What do you think?
I think it's false.
You think I don't think it's true.
You don't think it's true? I think it's true. I'm not confident enough to overrule. I'm just, you know...
Well, what are you doing in the captain's seat, then, you coward?
Despite my scepticism, we're going to say, as a team, that we think that's a lie.
You think it's a lie? OK, Danny, was it a lie or were you actually telling the truth?
I was actually telling the truth.
Whenever I'm in the recording studio, I can only rap in complete darkness.
Well, David, what are the chances that somebody else has the same method as you? What do you think?
Complete darkness?
Complete, absolute nothing on.
Why?
Because I don't like anybody to see me when I'm performing. It's a bit weird, actually, when I think about it.
But you've got, like, 60 million views on YouTube.
It's different, though, because it's just me and the cameraman. And then, you know, when you get into the studio, it's quite intimate.
I feel anxious about the fire escape light. What do you do about that?
Classic Mike. She's talking rap, you're talking health and safety.
So let me ask you this, then. If it's total darkness, you can't be looking at any lyric... I was going to say sheet music, but I suppose if you're rapping, it's not that.
I'm so sorry about my granddad.
You can't be looking at lyrics. Have you memorised the lyrics, or are you improvising the lyrics?
Sometimes I will be prepared, so I've already written the lyrics in my phone.
Well, for your generation, the phone is a companion, isn't it? It's more than it is for Lee, which is sort of a lifeline. It's a friend, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Have you got the red button in the bathroom now as well?
Yes. And what about the other musicians in the studio?
So there was a time when I randomly ended up in studio with Peter Andre.
Peter Andre?
Yeah, so weird, isn't it?
Wow.
And
But his orange glow just lit up the room.
But he genuinely was saying, you know, what are you doing? I was like, this is the only way I can record.
So how did it come about?
So that came about because I was on the Celebrity Circle.
Lisa, for the sake of older guys like Lee, just explain the Circle and what it was.
Right, so the Celebrity Circle, it was basically... It's like a text screen. And you can only
So, Rob, can you explain what texting is?
It's just that little thing on your phone when you press
Lee,
send.
can you explain what a screen is? It's not that thing they bring round the bed when they change your dressing. It's a different sort.
For Rob, could you just speak a bit louder?
For Lee, could you not make any sudden movements?
Could you take Rob to the toilet?
What are we thinking? Philippa, this is one for a psychotherapist to unpick.
It's a lie, no.
You don't believe it? No, because I believe it.
And you're quite excited by it as
no,
well,
no,
which is nice to see.
What do you think?
I think she's playing you like a fiddle. I think lie.
I'm very comfortable with this scenario because if you both think it's a lie, I'm not going to overrule you. We'll go lie, but I'll say, oh, actually, I thought it was true, and that is win-win. We are going to say lie.
All right, let's find out. Lady Leshurr, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was the truth.
As part of my vocal warm-up, in the hour before any Boyzone show, instead of speaking, I would insist on singing everything I had to say.
Right, there we are, Lee's team.
Right.
Would you sing it in just any melody, or would it have to be a Boyzone song melody?
No, it was like that monotone, like a musical. You know?
Monotone, so it was a Boyzone.
It was like a Boyzone. Same note most of the time. I stuck on the same note. I knew I fed him that line. I thought, why did I do it?
All right, so look, we're in the dressing room.
Yeah.
I'm your road manager, lovely salt-of-the-earth guy from Dublin called Mikey, and I've come in to ask you...
He was in the band.
This is Mikey too.
OK, Mikey too.
And I've come in to ask you, right, so Ronan, we're looking forward to the show tonight, so we are. Now, what would you like to be eating before the show? What can I get you?
I don't want anything to eat before the show. Basically, it was Barry Gibb from the Bee Gees, and he told me that this was a great tool for warming up before the show.
And is that what he was doing?
That's what he does. He does.
Do you want a packet of crisps? Yes, I do.
He still
that must have been very irritating.
Yeah.
So, wait on a minute, your promoter has come into the dressing room.
Yeah.
All right, Ronan, listen, we got to shift your car.
Yeah.
What's the registration number?
HZV 903.
And where would you like this? Hang on. Where would you like us to put it? We can put it round the front, or we can stick it up the back. What would you prefer?
Stick it up the back!
Wow, there's a ringtone right there.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ellie? How does this strike you?
Yeah, I think it could be true. Because Adele, she didn't speak for ages to protect her voice.
What do you mean for ages?
She had something wrong with her voice, so she had like one of those extra... I think she had an extra... Oh, I made that bit out of an extra sketch. Maybe she just had a notepad. I think...
Is there a chance this is...
I've mixed up Adele and Toy Story. That's what's happened.
Would there be any less efficient way of getting notes to people?
You could draw a lovely house.
You definitely need some technique before you go on. That seems to me very credible.
Yeah, but I just...
Perfectly
the bit that... I believe everything about it, apart from the monotone. It would be an odd thing to get your voice warmed up by singing only one note. So I think it's a lie.
You're saying it's...
A lie.
A lie. OK, Ronan.
OK,
Truth or lie?
Unfortunately, lads, it's a lie.
I once stole some toilet paper from George Michael's house.
Lee?
Was it new or used? Was it beside the bed on the floor crumpled up, or was it from a roll?
I'm amazed he has toilet paper in his house, because he's normally at the gents in the park.
Yeah, it was in his house. In the toilet. Not in the toilet, like, on the roll.
What were you doing at George's house?
It was a party. I think it was his birthday.
Were any of his relatives there?
You think it might... Well, I mean, what was the occasion?
Well, it was a party. What do you have parties for?
Well, I have parties for all sorts of reasons.
Well, it was one of those reasons.
All right, then. Why did you steal the paper?
A memento.
How much did you steal, Jamelia? What sort of quantities are we talking about here?
Not like just like a square.
One square?
One square?
And then you did this. That's not a square. That's an oblong.
The toilet paper squares are oblong. You know, they're referred to as squares, but they're not perfect squares at all. They're oblong. They're definitely longer than they are wide.
You're the only person in the world that's noticed that, David. Everyone else goes like that, just that, but not you. I say. Excuse me, darling, pass me the ruler. I think this is actually an oblong, not technically a square. Well, how long ago was it?
A few years.
3, 4 years? Give me some figures.
About 3 or 4 years.
Oh, right, that's handy.
What's the Jimmy? No further questions, Your Honour. False. I think if you were going to steal something from George Michael's house, you would steal something a bit better than that.
Hey, what do you want? To take a flat-screen TV? I mean, there's taking a memento, and then there's just being a thief.
I think you're edging towards saying it's a lie, I suspect.
I think it's... Me and Jimmy think it's a lie, but Terry, if you're going to overrule us, then...
No, I'm just going to disagree. In that way, I'll look great if you're wrong.
You won't look great.
Fair enough. Hey, I'm on the... What about... Give them your brutal quipping, not me. I'm on your team.
Right, Jamelia, you're going to have a bit of brutal quipping. Go on, we'll say that's a lie, Jamelia.
OK, so, Jamelia, they're saying it's a lie. Are you telling the truth?
It is true.